What's going on, everybody? Welcome to an NFL Week 8 Thursday Night Football recap. We're going to be looking at the Titans and the Jaguars. The first thing I'm going to say is this. I was very impressed by the Titans, but then I realized they were playing the Jaguars, so it was like a kind of mixed feeling. I will say this. Mariota is coming along, slowly but surely. I know a lot of people have a lot of frustration with him because sometimes he starts the game out slow and, they're usually trying to progress, but DeMarco Murray is really helping him out. Develop as a quarterback, in my opinion. As we all know, the quarterback's best friend is always a good running game. DeMarco Murray, what he's doing right now, every time I watch him play, I'm so happy for him because if you think about what he went through with the Eagles and Chip Kelly, it just keeps on resonating with me that NFL coaches, they can make a decision to single-handedly destroy someone's career. AKA Jeff Fisher and Vince Young. I can go down the line with a lot of things that have happened, but I'm loving that Mariota, despite the coaching of the Titans, is finding a way to win games. I really, really love that for that young QB. I know he has, in my opinion, tremendous talent, and I just feel that if he had the right coaches, even though they won outright, listen, I could have brought out toddlers that could have beat the Jags. The Jags, I'm going to get to the Jags in a second. Let me just finish going over the Titans because this game, let me just be honest, I was at the bar watching this game, okay? And I'm in New York, so it doesn't really matter either way. A New York bar watching is just because it's football, so it's like, all right, we're just gonna watch this game, and I'm throwing them back, and I'm looking at the score, and I'm saying to myself, what the hell am I watching? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that ever happen? Like, how dare you? Like, you're watching something and you're saying to yourself, is this serious? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are the Jaguars in the NFL? But let me just continue to finish talking about the fact that the Titans completely routed them and they suck. Going back to what I was saying about the coaching, Mariota has tremendous talent, okay? They've already had one coaching change. I think they should have like 5 more until they get the right nitty-gritty. It's very, very unfortunate for a lot of these players that they're never able to be coached up. And it doesn't, like a lot of guys always say to me, Gmias, do you think the coaches really matter? Absolutely. I was a college athlete. I was a high school athlete. Coaches matter. Because if you don't respect your coach and your coach don't know what the hell he's doing, it reflects on the field immediately. It's not something that you could just hide. And that's why I'm saying, despite the coaching staff of the Titans, all of them, I don't care who it is, everybody, they don't know what the hell they're doing when it comes to the growth of Mariota. And this young man, I think he can go on and be that threat that RG3 should have been. Dual threat. He has to work on his throw power a little bit, getting the ball down the field. But I love his attributes, and I just hope that he continues to grow. And I hope that the coaching staff either starts to build more things around him or they fire themselves, just put in their application to just get unemployment because they're a joke. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. Who did they play? They played the Jacksonville Jaguars. First of all, I'm going to blame the NFL for this because they should not have a Thursday night football game. Either one of these teams. Like I said, the Titans did what they were supposed to do, but neither one of them should have a Thursday night football game. Why? Because it's the only goddamn game on, and nobody needs to be subjected to this disgustingness of what the Jags called a team on Thursday Night Football for Week 8 in the 2016 season. Just so if you watch this video later, you can always remember what's going on. Week 8, 2016. The Jaguars are a pee-wee football team in the NFL. It didn't matter what play. And like I said, the Titans don't even know what the coaching staff don't know what the hell they're doing. They were just calling anything. All right, HB, FTF, FP. Like, they were just saying names and numbers and letters, bro. And it was working. That cannot happen. And I am very disgusted with Blake Bortles. He's talking about his motion got longer with his throw. Listen, mother effer, it's a lot more than that for you to go out there stinking the joint up like the way you're doing it. I don't want to hear that it's all about the motion and the ocean. We're talking about sexual intercourse. You're a jerk off. Excuse my French. I don't know if that's French, but, for technical purposes, we'll just call it French. It's very, very frustrating to watch football, and you're watching an NFL team. We're not talking about college, high school, whatever, Pee Wee League, and you see a team like the Jaguars come out and play the way that they did. Now, granted, the Tennessee Titan fans are very excited. They loved what happened, but think about it this way. The Titans did what they were supposed to do. They saw a garbage, disgusting franchise, and they went out there and they handled their business. That's all good. And it's good sometimes for you to go out and just stomp a team, but you need a little bit of, force. Like, they had the game completely in hand, right? And it was the Jaguars, for some reason, they have to score in garbage time, it's fantasy football, stuff like that. But you can see that the Titans could have done a lot more damage if the offensive play calling was better. Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about. There were a lot of plays that were going on that, if the coaching staff was a real coaching staff and not a bunch of douchebags, they could have Bill Belichick this team. They could have made the Jags contemplate not coming back next week to their next game. But because the Titans, because of their coaching staff being so inept, it wasn't done the same way. When you have a team like, you have to really destroy your team. Like, the score is a little ridiculous. They easily routed this team. But compare it to when, the Patriots went undefeated, stuff like that. When, Bill Belichick going for it on 4th down when they're up like 40. You have to continue to put your foot on their throat. And I just think that the Titans kind of pulled back a little bit and they didn't finish it out the way that they should have. That's the only complaint I have about the Titans. Because, but that's what I mean by coaching. They have to be able to finish off an opponent thoroughly. Because when you get that confidence to where you go out there and everything is easy, as we saw yesterday, everything was easy. No matter what they wanted to do, it worked. So once you have that situation, you have to now think about it to yourself. Okay, these guys are garbage. So let's go out here and make sure that they understand that they're trash. Because remember, if they have any pride at all, when you completely thrash them, they should go back and work harder. That's theoretically speaking. I know if I lost, a ridiculous game, I always came back out so much harder. I don't know what these guys are going to do, but the Jaguars have completely regressed. It is a disgusting scene because I thought that these guys were going to be one of my sleeper teams. And after week 1, I was like, you know what? I'm just sleep. It don't even matter about being, I'm just sleep when it comes to the Jags. These dudes have no business being in the NFL right now. And then the owner is saying that he doesn't want to fire the coach, stuff like that. The Jags coach is, I don't know, because I was praising him last year. So I don't know, things change. And, maybe it just wasn't their night. But watching the game, and like I said, it's the only game on. So I'm at the bar, and I'm like, you know what, can we change the channel? Obviously you can't. You're at the bar, the game's going to stay on. You start throwing up in your mouth, but it's not because you're drinking too much, it's because the game is so horrible. But I don't know what to say about the Jaguars as a whole. I really just don't know where to go with this. And as a Jaguars fan, Miami, let's put it like this. In Florida, be happy that, the Dolphins are playing better. I could say that's a bright side. I'm very, very upset for Jalen Ramsey, that young rookie that's, he got into the argument with Steve Smith. I love his veracity. I love what he's doing. His team sucks. Allen Robinson is throwing his helmet on the sideline. Bro, I don't care about all that. You might as well go make love to the kicking net like OBJ if you want to make a scene like that. Your team is garbage. Your quarterback's garbage. You doing that means nothing. You see, you could do that when your team is decent and people are paying attention to it. I just wanted to jump through the TV and slap the hell out of him. Bro, your team is garbage. You don't show any frustration. Just go sit your ass down someplace and relax. Because you making a scene while you're getting your ass whipped, it doesn't really help the overall scheme of things. Because you should be sitting there talking to one of the coaches and saying, you know what, coach, fire yourself. Or something like that. Like secretly, act like you're listening to them and tell them to go kill themselves, something like that. But doing what, throwing your helmet, all the extra stuff, bro, you're garbage. Your team is garbage. The quarterback's trash. Everything like that. Bro, the Jags are... Should they be an NFL team? Guys, please leave a comment. Should they be an NFL team? This is disgusting. At this point right now, or better yet, the NFL should not have them on Thursday Night Football anymore. Just intertwine them in like a Sunday game where nobody really has to watch and all the games are going on at the same time. So when I'm flipping through my channels of all my NFL games, I can skip over that channel when it says Jaguars anywhere on it. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's how bad this game was. So going forward, I want to know, guys, what do you think? Do you think that the Jags should be an NFL team? Do you think the coaching staff should all be fired simultaneously and burned at the stake? Let me know what you think about the Titans. Or do you agree with me? You disagree that Mariota has tremendous talent, but his coaching staff is trash? Let me know exactly what you're thinking. Definitely download this podcast, iTunes, Android, iHeartRadio. Subscribe here at GmiasWorld. I'll see you guys next time. One love.